Albertans want to know how the PC party work plan will affect them and how it will affect the functioning of this government. Yet the Premier has avoided the question. She's avoided it all week long. Since she's now taking direction from the PC executive, will she please tell Albertans what is in the work plan and how it will affect the work of the government?
The Honourable Deputy Premier.
Mr. Speaker, the Premier and this government take our work very seriously on behalf of Albertans. We've said that we have a Building Alberta plan which invests in families and communities, that ensures that government lives within its means and that it opens new markets for Albertans. That's important work that we do every day. Our party supports that work. Our party worked very hard to get us elected so we could do that work based on the values of Albertans, and that's what Albertans responded to in the campaign, and that's what they're responding to now. Good government from people who understand that this is all about the future of this province, and we care about that future.
First supplemental.
Mr. Speaker, if the Premier really cared about her responsibilities, she'd show up for work. This Premier was elected on a promise to end child care poverty in 5 years. Yet 3 of 5 budgets have gone by and there's been no mention of that commitment. In fact, there are significant cuts to the poverty reduction programs in this budget. To the Premier, does your work plan include keeping your promise to end child poverty in Alberta?
The Honourable Deputy Premier.
Mr. Speaker, this government and this Premier works every day to improve the quality of life for every Albertan, and with a particular focus on supporting vulnerable Albertans, to make sure that they get a good start, to make sure that there's an education system in place, because education in the long term is what will defeat the poverty cycle. But the other supports that families need to be strong are also a very significant part of this government's job. This Premier showed up this morning to the AAMDNC and had 2 standing ovations from the AAMDNC because they appreciate the work that this Premier does and this government does.
Final supplemental.
Mr. Speaker, the Government House leaders made a point of order. I realize that I was not supposed to draw attention to the repeated absence of the Premier, so I will apologize. This Premier promised full-day kindergarten in the last election. So far, Mr. Speaker, it's another broken promise. Alberta children deserve the best possible start on their education, Mr. Speaker. So I want to ask the Premier or whoever is speaking on her behalf, does your PC work plan involve keeping your promise to Alberta families for full-day kindergarten? Yes or no?
Mr. Speaker, while this honourable member plays the clown, our Premier goes out on behalf of Albertans every day, opening new markets, investing in families and communities, and making sure that we live within our means while we do it. The particular focus that this Premier has on vulnerable Albertans is not lost on Albertans. In fact, they've stepped up each and every day to work with this government. Not-for-profit organizations, volunteers, and others in our community have worked very hard for vulnerable Albertans to make sure that our kids get a good start. Our Minister of Education is doing that every day. This government is doing this every day, and our Premier is doing it every day.